15 he goes. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran still has his place in this league. His odometer is not totally turned over yet. Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Shift together here from the D-line. Now Breeze throwing on second down. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. On third and long, it's Breeze. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, but the net gain, 3 points.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. Always better than nothing.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. They give him a gain of 38. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
They come out here in the eye. Now a play fake here on first down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to San Diego after this timeout. Hogan now. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys... take over at the 25-yard line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 30, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. Peterson alone in the backfield. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Easy.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, It's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw two tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. They run again on first down, Peterson. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Second down following the run. And the defense definitely showing blitz here. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Breeze to throw on second down. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They pitch it out to Peterson. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Throwing now is Breeze. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will make this now a 19-point advantage. So they get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end the drive, going to the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now San Diego getting set to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we will send you eastward to Orlando and Larry Ridley. Woodley. He's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Larry. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They come out here with a zero. That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry, and that'll bring up second down.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable, usually an excellent target, and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon, and he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third.
And fit's the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. They'll come out in the pistol. Kessler again here on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. One receiver left, that's Allen. Kessler now, nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, the teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Shift. Ready, 25, 56.
Again, Peterson. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Three yards left to grab here on 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Peterson. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. And they're definitely showing blitz here. They come out here in the eye. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Another tote for the workhorse here this afternoon, Peterson. And he'll go out of bounds down inside the 15-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. On first down, Breeze. That is caught, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
And there's a nice completion to Kobe Fleener, and no one can be happier than Drew Brees.
They had Jimmy Graham for all those years, Ben Watson last year, and now coming south from Indianapolis, Fleener. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain, and it's second down.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
They'll run for it with Peterson. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They come up in an offset eye. Both the run and pass still in play here. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Mark Ingram, his second touchdown on the season. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the San Diego offense as they get set to see what they can do here. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Haoli Kikaha. in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Kessler looks to throw on second down. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. One receiver left, that's Allen.
Here we go.
Third and long, it's Kessler. Sets up the screen to Gordon. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They come up in an offset eye. They'll run for it. It's Gordon. And down he'll go at the 25. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Shift together here from the D-line. Defense showing blitz. They try to fire up the run game with Adrian Peterson. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. The Pro Bowl corner, Jason Verrett, on the tackle.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and what you need to do? Sometimes you don't have to worry about that. That's just smart football. That kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That's caught. It's Thomas. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Pretty good location there on that throw.
It really was, wasn't it? That was likely one where the receiver was either going to catch it or no one. Really good decision, and boy, what a catch and move right there.
And a tough spot to get it over the middle. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
I know Adrian Peterson can run away from you in the open field, but he is not a guy that shies away from contact in goal line situations.
And this close to the goal line, they may turn to him again. And we're back now in Mission Valley and San Diego. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. They come out here in the I.
21, 53.
And now it's 2nd and goal. They try again with Peterson. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Breeze now to throw. And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up 4th.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
And his kick is good. And their lead will swell up to 28. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
This one taken from the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So out come the Chargers. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Haoli Kikaha. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Now Kessler on second down. Looking for Benjamin, but it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. There he goes left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's a tough spot as a quarterback, Charles. You want to get rid of it, but you see what can happen when you do try to get rid of it with pressure.
Yeah, and how about the pressure coming without them having to blitz? That's when you know things are clicking for your defense, and the end result, they end up gaining 6 points.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And now they're in the hurry-up.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
On third down, this is Melvin Gordon. And cuts out right sideline. There goes Melvin Gordon. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, San Diego. Melvin Gordon with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit. And the lead drops from 34 to 27. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
It's a gain of 21 that time. And the Saints are going to get a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
21. Here we go.
Now Breeze on third down. Fighting him off.
Just ran right through the trash.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And this one hits at the one, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And now San Diego getting set to go. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone. I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their third of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
And it's complete. Henry. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes. Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
All right, here we go.
Kessler now on first down. And he whips that one incomplete there. And that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
Now let's go.
They're throwing again. Kessler. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
They run the counter now. It's Peterson. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Third and 4. Thomas, the lone receiver, left. From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. And this is going to be incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And now San Diego getting set to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he stopped immediately there. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look. 6 DBs. Completes it to Benjamin. And he is out of bounds right around the 20. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and they picked up a first down for him, too.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Kessler gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL?
Gordon loses the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Kessler throwing now. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds. 19 left. And you would have to think an obvious passing situation here on 3rd and 9. Another pistol look here. Here's Kessler to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Here we go. Kessler on 4th down. And he's taken down here by the Saints. It's the Saints' new acquisition from the Rams, Nick Fairley. In there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Shift together here from the D-line. Now a run with Peterson. And he's got room. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So 2nd and 10 here, and they're going to go soft on the corners. Handoff comes to Peterson. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for New Orleans, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they're going to fall to 3-1 as they suffer their first loss. And